Hi, I'm Noah Brown, and I'm a senior at Hawaii Technology Academy. I think that marine biology is super interesting. Ever since I've been a kid, I have loved everything in the water. I brought a net everywhere I went, and I go fishing all over the country, gone to aquariums. I loved to dive. It really is like being in a different world. There's so many different colors of fish and so many interesting things that are so different than what we see in our day-to-day lives. I think that corals are really cool. The diversity of coral reefs is really amazing. All the colors and the different animals that live on coral reefs. It's amazing that one type of animal can provide all of that. I also think it's amazing the relationships that the coral have with their algae. Even though they are an animal, not a plant, they have found a way to get energy from sunlight, which is pretty unique. There is a project right now in Hawaii where it's called the Coral Ark, and what they're doing is they're trying to gather rare species of Hawaiian coral and grow it in a laboratory, basically to prevent it from going extinct, and then they can hopefully reintroduce it back into our coral reefs. Anything that's really rare and unique has always really interested me. I like finding things that are uncommon or different, so I think this would be a really interesting project to work on. Also, part of what they do is for restoring coral, they get concrete pyramids and they place it on parts throughout the pyramid, and this can actually make it grow up to 20 times faster, which is pretty cool and really helpful for the reef. This way we can hopefully get it to grow faster and help it recover quicker from coral bleaching, and hopefully that will protect our coral reefs. I started working at the Keiki Museum about 3 years ago, and it was really great because I got to be one of the first people there helping to create the museum from scratch. It was really amazing to get to see all the work that people put in and to see it really go from an empty building to a functional museum. One of the really cool projects I got to work on was making an interactive mural. Well, first the mural was painted, but then we had like fish silhouettes, and I got to design wooden cutouts of fish for children to be able to take off and put on to hopefully teach children about different fish that lived in different zones of the ocean. And a lot of that, what went into that was design. We had to work a lot on figuring out how we could get the fish to stick onto the wall properly. But I think it was a really good experience to consider not only functionality, but also how do you make something that will interest people. One thing I also did was helping to take care of the aquariums. They had a big saltwater tank, a pond, and a shrimp tank, and even in some cases catching some wild things to put in the tank, which is pretty cool. And then also I have been making fish art, so I have my very own cards and stickers that have native Hawaiian fish on them, and then they have cool facts on the back. So I've been making those and selling them in the gift shop. Some random things about me, I love to play piano, I like to bake, I also really like playing tennis, and one really weird thing is that I have a life list of fish species. So basically what it is I try to catch as many species of fish as I can. Some of them are really tiny and I have to use like these itty bitty hooks. And right now I have over 125 species, which I've caught all around the country. One cool thing that happened, I went to this cool camp off the coast of Rhode Island, and we helped like scientists do research. But one thing that we got to use while we were in there is a seine net. So basically what that is it's two poles and two people work it and drag it through the water, and you can catch all kinds of cool fish in the net. So next time that we went to Florida, we actually got our own seine net, and I caught all this cool stuff, which was a really fun experience. Thank you so much for considering me for the scholarship.